Hello students, myself Tushar and welcome to the HTML beginner to expert course. If you are a beginner to HTML, then you are at the perfect place. We are going to get started from the very scratch to make you to an expert in HTML. So let's see what we are going to learn in this video. So HTML basically stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is structural and fundamental language for website development, means it is the building blocks of any website that you have visited till now on the World Wide Web. Next thing question comes that why HTML, why we should code in HTML. In the other question which is also going to be covered in this video is system requirements for HTML development. So let's come with the first question. The first question is why we need HTML. So the answer to this question is pretty simple, that HTML is structural language which provides base to any website for its structure. As I told you that HTML is the basic structural language and it is the building blocks of any website that we have visited till now, and it decides what kind of things we need to place to our web page. The next reason is HTML is cross-platform supported. HTML is supported whether you are using a mobile phone, you can also visit to an HTML web page, whether you're using a laptop, whether you're using a computer, whether your computer is of a different operating system, doesn't matter, it runs the same. So that's why we are using HTML, because till now C, for if we are just going to code in C, then you need to write something different code for mobile applications. That's why it creates a problem. But from now we are going to use HTML that is cross-platform. The next thing comes out to be that HTML does not need to get compiled, we can directly run it. So HTML is not required to compile at any time. We have just written the code, we are going to just test the code directly. We don't need to check our code, that is our code is right or wrong, and we don't need to provide our code to any other particular software or computer mechanism which is going to check our code. We can directly see the output of our code, and we need to self-evaluate that what's the problem in our code or it is perfect. So the next thing comes is HTML is case insensitive language, means that HTML we can write HTML code in whatever case we'll love to write. For example, lowercase, uppercase, camel case, whatever case you like, you can just code for HTML in that. But for simplicity and for us to be able to understand, we will be writing it in lowercase or uppercase. The next thing comes out to be the requirements for learning HTML. That's the most important thing. What kind of requirements do we need? So the first requirement is operating system. That is the most important requirement. That can be Windows, Mac or Linux. And the second requirement is web browser like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, etc. And the third requirement is normal code editor, which we are going to initially use Notepad, and soon when we are just comfortable to understand the fundamentals, then we are going to at intermediate level we're going to use Sublime Text 3, which is a different kind of code editor than Notepad. So we are going to use it when we are at intermediate level. So here comes the most important things that I want from you. If you want to be the master of HTML, then I want these things and these qualities from you. If you just give me these qualities, then I guarantee that you will be the master of HTML and you will be not be having any kind of problem in the future for HTML, and you don't need to even read other different materials and books on the internet. So the first thing that I want is dedication. You must be dedicated towards this course, because this course is covering almost everything which is basically required for you to understand the HTML. And after that I will also give you preferences and websites from where you can learn more extra rather than this course, but still this course is still expertized. The next thing I want is concentration. While watching this video, you will be concentrated, you will be sitting on your table, you must not be sitting on a bed and something like that. You must be concentrated about this video. And the next thing I want is practice to code. Coding is just like swimming. You can't learn coding directly by reading books and watching video lectures. You need to practice it. So I want you to practice your code in itself, but I'm also going to tell you that what to code and how to code, and I'm also going to provide you with the solution so that you can easily come out with that. But still, I want your dedication towards practicing this course. And the next thing is, you are required to follow my steps blindly. My every step will be for your goodwill, so you need to follow my steps. If you want to be the best for HTML developer, then you need to follow my steps blindly. Whatever I say, you need to follow. If you are going to follow me, it's in your hand. If you are going to follow me, then you will be the master of HTML. So that's all for this video, and I hope that you will learn that what kind of learning mechanism we are going to use in this course. So I surely catch you in my next video.